Zara Aleena was a young woman full of dreams and hope. She lived in Ilford, London, and was loved by her family and friends. However, her life was tragically cut short in a horrifying crime. This is the story of Zara Aleena, the events that led to her untimely death, and the impact on her family and community. Let's find out who killed Zara. Who was Zara Aleena? Zara Aleena was a 35-year-old woman with a bright future ahead of her. She was known for her kindness and warm personality. Zara was a law graduate who had a passion for justice and equality. She dreamed of becoming a lawyer to help those in need. Her family and friends described her as a loving and caring person who always put others first. She had a close-knit family who loved her deeply and supported her ambitions. Zara Aleena's family included her mother, father, and siblings, who all lived in the same neighborhood. They were a tight family unit, always looking out for each other. Zara's friends often spoke about her infectious laughter and positive attitude. She was the type of person who would go out of her way to help someone in need. Her dream of becoming a lawyer was rooted in her desire to fight for justice and make a difference in the world. On a fateful night in June 2022, Zara was walking home in Ilford, a place she felt safe. She had spent the evening with friends and was just minutes away from her front door. Little did she know, danger was lurking nearby. As she walked, she was suddenly attacked by a man named Jordan McSweeney. He followed her and then brutally assaulted her. It was a warm evening, and Zara had decided to walk home after spending time with friends. She enjoyed the walk, often using it as a time to reflect and unwind. The streets were familiar to her, and she never imagined that anything could go wrong so close to home. As she turned the corner onto her street, she was unaware that Jordan McSweeney had been watching her and had decided to make her his target. Jordan McSweeney, a 29-year-old man with a history of violence, spotted Zara and decided to attack her. In a sudden and savage assault, he beat and sexually assaulted her. The attack was swift and violent, leaving Zara with severe injuries. Despite her struggle to survive, the injuries were too much, and she tragically died soon after. McSweeney's attack was brutal and unprovoked. Zara fought back with all her strength, but the violence of the assault was overwhelming. The attack took place on a quiet residential street, where the sounds of the struggle were muffled by the night. Zara's injuries were severe, and despite the efforts of emergency responders, she could not be saved. Her death was a shocking and senseless act of violence that left the community in shock. Zara's body was found by a passerby who immediately called the police. The scene was heartbreaking, and the community was in shock. News of her death spread quickly, and people were horrified by the brutality of the crime. Zara's family was devastated. They had lost a beloved daughter and sister in a senseless act of violence. When the passersby discovered Zara's body, they were horrified. They immediately called emergency services, but it was too late to save her. The police arrived quickly, and the area was cordoned off as a crime scene. The news spread rapidly through the community, and people were in disbelief that such a violent act could happen in their neighborhood. Zara's family was informed, and their world was shattered by the loss. The police launched a major investigation to find Zara's killer. They reviewed CCTV footage from the area and quickly identified Jordan McSweeney as the suspect. The footage showed him following Zara before the attack. He was arrested shortly after, and the evidence against him was strong. The community hoped for justice for Zara. The investigation was swift and thorough. The police reviewed hours of CCTV footage, looking for any clues that could lead to the killer. They found clear footage of McSweeney following Zara and then fleeing the scene after the attack. Witnesses came forward with information that helped the police build their case. McSweeney was known to the police for his previous criminal record and was quickly apprehended. Jordan McSweeney was arrested and charged with Zara's murder. The evidence against him included DNA, CCTV footage, and witness statements. He had a long history of violent behavior, and it was clear that he posed a significant danger to society. The police worked tirelessly to ensure he was held accountable for his actions. McSweeney's arrest brought a sense of relief to the community, but it also stirred up many emotions. People were angry that someone with a history of violence had been able to commit such a heinous crime. The police revealed that McSweeney had a lengthy criminal record, including previous assaults and violent behavior. His arrest was a critical step towards justice for Zara, but it also highlighted the need for better measures to prevent such individuals from posing a threat. The trial of Jordan McSweeney was a painful process for Zara's family. They had to relive the horror of her death through the evidence presented in court. McSweeney showed no remorse for his actions. The prosecution presented a strong case, detailing the brutality of the attack and the impact on Zara's family and community. The courtroom was filled with tension and emotion as the trial unfolded. Zara's family attended daily, determined to see justice done for their beloved daughter and sister. The evidence presented was overwhelming. The CCTV footage, DNA evidence, and witness testimonies painted a clear picture of McSweeney's guilt. Throughout the trial, McSweeney showed no signs of remorse, which added to the family's pain and anger. After a tense and emotional trial, Jordan McSweeney was found guilty of Zara Aleena's murder. He was sentenced to life in prison, ensuring that he could not harm anyone else. The verdict brought a sense of justice, but it could never bring Zara back. Her family and friends were left to mourn her loss and remember the beautiful person she was. The verdict was a relief for Zara's family and the community. It meant that McSweeney would be held accountable for his horrific actions and would not be able to hurt anyone else. However, the sense of loss remained profound. Zara's family spoke about their enduring grief and the void left by her absence. They expressed gratitude for the support they received from the community and law enforcement, but the pain of losing Zara was something they would carry forever. Zara's death had a profound impact on her community. Vigils and tributes were held in her honor, with people coming together to remember her life and condemn the violence that took her away. Her family released statements expressing their grief and calling for greater measures to protect women from violence. Zara Aleena's story serves as a reminder of the need to address violence against women and ensure that such tragedies do not happen again. To honor Zara's memory, her family and friends have dedicated themselves to raising awareness about violence against women. The story of Zara Aleena is a heartbreaking reminder of the dangers that women face every day. As we reflect on Zara's life and the tragedy of her death, it is crucial to consider what can be done to prevent such violence in the future. This involves not only improving safety measures, but also addressing the root causes of violence against women and girls. Education, awareness, and community support are essential in creating a safer environment for everyone. Zara's story should inspire us to take action and ensure that her death was not in vain. In the wake of her death, Zara's family has continued to advocate for change. They have called for better protection for women and more robust measures to prevent violence. Their dedication to Zara's memory and their efforts to create a safer world is a testament to their love for her. By sharing Zara's story and promoting change, we can help to ensure that her legacy lives on and that her death leads to a safer future for all.